Well, Rishi Sunak is facing yet another roadblock. The number of migrants arriving in the UK in the first 3 months of 2024 has hit a record high. Over 4,600 asylum seekers arrived in the UK on small boats by the 26th of March. A Home Office spokesperson has said that the country is working closely with French police to deter the illegal crossings. The annual numbers of migrants saw a drop of at least 36% in 2023. The previous record for migrant arrival was set in 2022, with about 4,548 people reaching the country. Last year, that is in 2023, the number was 3,770. To tackle the issue, Prime Minister Sunak had earlier devised a policy to deport the migrants to Rwanda, remember, and a decision after which several MPs issued a no-confidence motion against Sunak. The legislation of the bill also caused Sunak two-party deputy chairmen to quit their positions in protest. UK authorities falsely expected the move to restrict people from making the dangerous channel crossings. With migration being a major concern for a lot of voters, the recent surge has put the Conservatives on a back foot. The party is already reeling behind the opposition Labour Party in opinion polls ahead of elections. For more on this, we earlier spoke to Stuart Smith from London.
In an election year when the Conservatives are fighting tooth and nail to try to convince people that they are the party that voters should choose, this is a really big problem for the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, partly because the government staked its own definition of success on this measure as well as 4 others. It said that getting on top of these channel crossings, migrants choosing to use boats to sail over the English Channel from continental Europe, from France to the UK, is one of its main priorities. And this data suggests that the plan so far isn't working. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that. Of course, the legislation that the government says would deter migrants has not yet passed through the Parliament here in the UK. This legislation has been stuck for over a year and it's still being discussed, being knocked back between the upper house here in the UK and the lower house, with the upper house reluctant to pass it without some serious amendments, and they won't be discussing this till mid-April at the earliest, so that legislation has not gone through. The other concern is that even compared to 2022, when migrant crossings were particularly common, this is already 12% worse over just the last 3 months. And so the problem for the government is it looks like these migrant crossings are going to continue despite that threat of deportation to Rwanda, which is something that could still very much happen if this legislation gets passed. And now Labour, the opposition party here in the UK, is saying that Conservatives need to get a grip and restore order to the border. Traditionally, that's what the Conservatives have prided themselves in, and now even that talking point is being lost to the opposition party.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.